She's yelling, crying, tossing accusations at you like you're dodging grenades. But your heartbeat stays cool, your voice is calm, and your face shows nothing. That's when she really loses it. Why won't you react? Don't you care?
Say something.
But you hold your ground, unfazed, and she gets more upset.
Let me break down what's happening.
Once you understand the psychology behind this, staying calm in any fight becomes a superpower. The day you see that emotional self-control is real masculine strength, everything shifts. I'm not saying you shouldn't have feelings or be a robot. I'm talking about real control, the kind where you notice the storm but don't get swept up in it. When the world around you is wild but your center is steady, you become the anchor in the chaos. It's not about doing nothing, it's about real power. The difference between reacting and responding, between being pushed around and being in charge. I once met a guy whose girlfriend fought with him every Friday on repeat. He always jumped in, argued, defended, apologized, and nothing changed. Then he tried something different. One night she started up again and he just said, "When you want to talk calmly, I'll be in the living room." Then he walked away and started reading a book. She followed, shouting louder. He didn't move. That night she totally lost it. Why? Her usual emotional tricks failed. Over the years, she'd learned exactly which buttons to press. Cry to get comfort, get angry to get apologies, ignore him so he'd chase. It's like she had an emotional remote control. But suddenly the remote stopped working.
No reaction.
She didn't know what to do except push even harder.
Most of this isn't planned.
She's not sitting there saying, "Tonight I'll test his strength." But emotionally, that's exactly what's happening. These conflicts are a way of checking who calls the shots.
Can she make you dance to her tune?
When you stop reacting, it worries her. It triggers old basic fears.
I remember another guy who found this out by accident.
His wife picked on him about small things until he blew up, then played the victim. One night, he was just too tired to care. She said mean things about his family and job. He just nodded and said, "Okay, I hear you." That made her even more upset, almost shaking with frustration because her old tools stopped working. A lot of people want to have control in their relationships, not just women. They like knowing they can get a reaction, steer the mood, or get reassurance.
If I can make you angry, I must be important.
If I can make you chase, I matter.
If I can make you say sorry, I win.
Your emotions become proof of their power.
Take away your reactions and they lose that power.
It's not mean or evil, it's just learned behavior. As kids, maybe tears got attention. Drama got help. Later, boyfriends chasing after drama became the norm. So what happens when she meets someone who doesn't play along? It can feel very scary and weird. Staying calm inside, being emotionally stable, really changes the game. If you don't let her chaos shake you, you're truly independent. Her feelings don't decide your feelings. Her stress doesn't become your stress. Her emergencies don't become your emergencies. Without saying a word, you're showing that you're mature.
I found this out for myself.
My ex-girlfriend had huge blow-ups, crying, yelling, threatening to leave. I always tried to fix it, comfort her, explain things. But one day I just sat there quietly. I was present but didn't get pulled in. She went off for 20 minutes, then suddenly got tired and stopped.
Aren't you upset?
She asked. Your emotions are yours, I said. Everything between us changed. When your partner throws a bunch of problems at you, deal with one at a time. She starts getting personal, stick to the issue. When she brings up the old stuff, keep your own focus. You're not ignoring her, you're just setting boundaries. You're showing her you won't join in the mess. That fights will only happen if they're fair. Now comes the strange part. On the outside, she might be annoyed by how calm you are. On the inside, she starts to respect it. She hates that she can't control you, but she likes it at the same time. This confusion leads to all sorts of reactions. Storming out, slamming doors, giving you the silent treatment. But almost every time, a few hours later, she comes back softer, more respectful. Sometimes even attracted to you. Why? You showed you are the steady one. That's deeply attractive, even if she won't admit it out loud. Men often soak up their partner's moods without meaning to. She's anxious, now you're anxious. She's angry, you get defensive. She's sad, you scramble to fix it.
It only makes everything worse.
Both people end up feeding each other's bad moods. Real composure is different. You see her feelings, you care about them, but you don't let them take over your own.
One man said, "Her feelings are like weather. I see rain or storms, I notice them, but I don't become the storm myself." That idea changed his marriage.
Fights blew over faster because he didn't react and make them bigger. Break the usual pattern and things shift. She cries, but you stay present without looking guilty. She attacks you, but you respond curiously instead of angry. She pulls away, and you respect her space instead of chasing her. Every time you bust the old script, she has to come up with a new, and often healthier, way to deal with emotions. I've seen relationships change completely this way. A couple married 15 years was stuck in constant fighting. Then the husband learned this calm approach. Next fight, he stayed totally cool.
His wife got really emotional, then broke down crying. "I don't know how to fight with you anymore," she said.
That moment of honesty led to the first real open talk they ever had. Being in control of yourself is real strength. It's not about overpowering her. It's about owning your own actions, feelings, time, and energy. That's true leadership. You set the mood through your own steadiness. Will the testing stop?
Not really, it just changes.
She'll always want to know, are you really strong or will you break under pressure? If you don't break, she can trust you even more. One guy told me his girlfriend admitted, "Sometimes I start fights just to see if you'll react.
When you don't, it drives me crazy.
But later, I feel a lot safer." That's the paradox. The thing she hates in the moment is the thing that makes her feel protected and relaxed later. The goal is for both people to handle their own feelings. You don't have to control each other. This doesn't mean distance, it means real connection. You choose to get involved instead of being dragged in. At first, your calmness might really get on her nerves, but after a while it becomes the thing she values most. Her friends hear, "He's so steady. He's like a rock." The thing that challenged her now becomes the reason she admires you. Women truly want emotional leadership, even if they don't say it. By keeping calm, you help both of you feel safe, not hyped up and lost. Instead of both partners spinning out, one person holds steady and lets the other cool down. In my family, I saw it with my parents. Mom got worked up, Dad stayed calm, and eventually her mood matched his. 40 years together. She told me, "Your father's calm saved our marriage over and over again." Many men think being a good partner means feeling everything she feels, but that's a mistake. Going along with every mood leads to codependency, not connection. If you're just an emotional echo, you lose your edge and her respect.
There's real science behind this.
When you stay calm during a fight, your own nerves actually help calm hers. Your slow breath, steady heart, relaxed body send messages that there's no danger. Her brain, always looking for trouble, starts to relax if you're not scared. This isn't just an idea, it's how our bodies really work. I've watched this play out many times. She's panicking, afraid of losing money. He sits down, breathes deeply, and starts calmly working out their budget. Soon she starts to calm down too, and together they solve the problem. Your own attachment style matters. Some people need tons of reassurance. If you stay calm, it can make them fear you don't care. But if you stick with it, your steadiness can slowly heal those old fears. You become the safe place they never had. One man's wife needed him to match her intensity, or she felt alone and abandoned. After months of gentle, calm support, she learned calm didn't mean absent. Her body slowly learned how to relax and trust him. Our culture doesn't help much.
Movies, TV shows, music, they teach us that wild feelings and drama mean true love.
People expect excitement to come from big fights and big makeups. So when you bring calm instead of chaos, it's not just her old habits you challenge, it's everything she's ever seen about relationships.
Even if she knows deep down that drama isn't healthy, she might still crave it because it feels familiar.
Sometimes showing calm at the right moment works even better. For example, when something good happens, share her excitement. If she's grieving, meet her sadness for a while. But after that, gently help her shift back toward calm. It's like redirecting emotional energy, not blocking it with a wall. You can show, hey, I see you're really upset, with kindness. Then bring the conversation to, let's see what happened, and find a way forward. That way, you honor her feelings and also offer solutions. People who keep composure in relationships tend to stay happier, especially after the first few years together. Maybe it's not as exciting as wild drama, but the peace you build together will last longer and create a deeper bond. It's like a campfire that burns slowly and keeps you warm, long after the big flames are gone. A couple I worked with showed this perfectly. At first, the wife complained, "He's too calm.
He never fights for us."
After a few years, though, she realized his calm was what helped her finally work through her own feelings and troubles without dragging him down. He became the safe space for her emotions, and their relationship only got stronger from there. Now, here's something important. People who react strongly to calmness, a lot of times, they grew up in homes where chaos was normal. When you stay calm, it can make them feel like they don't exist or matter. Knowing this can help you draw your own boundaries with kindness. You don't get dragged into old patterns. But you also remember to show compassion. It's tough to always be the stable one, especially in the beginning. You're dealing with your emotions and hers, and that's hard work. Many people don't appreciate how much energy it takes to be the calm anchor for someone else. One friend put it best. "I spent 15 years being my wife's stability. When I finally burned out, she left because I was emotionally unavailable. I gave everything, ran out of steam, and then got left behind anyway." This is why taking care of yourself is so important. You can't be anyone's anchor if you're drowning on the
inside. There's a selection effect too. The
women who really need drama and chaos won't
stick around if you keep your composure. They'll leave or look elsewhere for it.
But the ones who want a stable, healthy love will stay and become even stronger next to you. Your calmness acts like a filter for emotional maturity. People who are ready for peaceful relationships will recognize it and appreciate you. The health benefits are real. Men who practice emotional control tend to have less stress, better hearts, and stronger immune systems. You're not just saving your relationship, you're probably adding years to your life. Modeling this calm for kids is massive. Children watch everything. When they see dad staying gentle and grounded while mom gets emotional, they learn how to manage their own feelings. If all they see is fighting and reaction, it teaches them that drama is normal. A teenager once told his dad, "The way you deal with mom's emotions taught me more about being a grown-up than anything else." This isn't just practical, it's even spiritual.
Every wisdom tradition talks about staying steady inside.
Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and others all talk about how controlling emotions makes you a stronger human. When you keep your cool, you're not just improving your relationships, you're becoming a better person. But the start is tough. When you first start acting calm, expect a storm. The first 2 to 6 months can be rough. She may push harder than ever, test you, get even more emotional. This doesn't mean you're failing. It's just old patterns fighting for survival.
Hang in there.
I've seen couples go through hell, but once the storm passes, something amazing happens. One wife said, "I was trying to break you to prove you were like everyone else who hurt me. You didn't break, and I finally felt safe." Not all stories end perfectly, but a lot do. This change isn't just about how you act, it's about who you are inside. You're literally retraining your brain to stay calm in moments that used to set you off. Meditation, breathing exercises, therapy, journaling, going to the gym, these aren't just hobbies. They're tools you need for emotional strength. Here's what studies show. Women respect men more when they're emotionally stable, not cold, but steady. A man who can feel things deeply but chooses to act wisely earns more respect than someone who shuts down or someone who explodes in anger. And here's something rarely talked about. Staying calm during fights actually makes a lot of women feel more attracted to their partner.
It's kind of surprising.
Several couples say their best intimacy happens after conflict, especially when the man kept his composure and didn't get dragged into the drama. One woman shared, "When he's steady during my storms, I feel both annoyed and really drawn to him. It's confusing, but it's real. The more solid he is, the more I want him. It's not always true for everyone, but it happens enough that it's worth mentioning. It doesn't just impact your relationship at home. If you stay calm when your partner gets emotional in public, you show real social leadership. People see that you're not controlled by embarrassment or worry about what others think. That earns respect, even if she doesn't say it out loud right away." Think about emotional energy like a fire. Drama burns up a lot of energy. It needs fuel to keep going. Your upset reactions?
That's fuel. Your calmness? It's more like throwing a wet blanket on the fire.
It helps put the drama out faster. When one person stays calm, arguments don't last as long and recovery time is way faster. Fights that used to last days might only take a few hours, and big blow-ups become small problems you solve quickly. That means more happy, peaceful time together. When you stay cool in the face of drama, it's easier to see the truth. What triggers and old hurts are really being brought up. You become a mirror, not another fire starter, which makes it easier to see what's really going on and fix real problems. There's a bigger picture here too. All through human history, men who could stay calm and lead during tough times were the ones who protected their families. Women tested men's emotional stability to make sure they'd be safe with them. These patterns are ancient. They're part of being human. Of course, it's not easy at first. At the beginning, it takes work and lots of energy to stay calm. You'll want to react, argue, defend yourself. But with practice, calmness becomes normal. What once needed a lot of willpower turns into your default way of handling things. You might even forget how you used to get so reactive. This doesn't just make your relationship better, it makes your whole life better. Most guys who learn emotional control notice big changes at work, with friends, and in stressful situations. Dealing with tough coworkers or difficult meetings becomes much easier. You just carry that stability with you everywhere. Another huge benefit: your own self-respect grows. Every time you keep your cool, even when you're pushed, you prove to yourself that you're strong and not easily influenced. This confidence spreads into every area of your life, but sometimes staying calm isn't the right move. There are warning signs you should never ignore. If she gets physically violent, threatens to hurt herself, or brings other people into your fights, that's not healthy testing, it's abuse, control, or manipulation.
That's when you need to protect yourself and maybe walk away.
Your calmness shouldn't come from not caring, but from having a bigger purpose in life. When you know what you want, your goals, dreams, plans, other people's drama doesn't distract you. You stay steady because you're focused on what really matters. One successful man told me, "Once I knew my purpose, my wife's emotional storms became just background noise. It didn't throw me off, and it actually made her feel more secure." A few practical tips really help. Try meditating for just 10 minutes every morning. Do a few minutes
of deep breathing when you feel
triggered. Exercise to get rid of tension in your body. Write in a journal to handle your feelings without acting out. These aren't luxuries, they're basics for emotional strength. Choose your friends wisely. If you spend time with men who stay calm and true to themselves, it rubs off on you. If you hang around guys who are always caught up in drama or anger, you'll start to think that's normal. There's a deeper healing happening too. When you break your old reactive habits, you aren't just helping your relationship, you're stopping troubled patterns from your whole family's past. Your grandfather's rage, your father's silence or anger. It ends with you. When you're calm in every situation, it lets your partner feel safe, showing her real emotions. She knows you won't break if she cries, gets angry, or celebrates wildly. This steady predictability is the safety she's really looking for. Instead of controlling you just to feel safe, your unshakable confidence becomes her safe space. Over time, something important shifts. She stops depending on you for emotional validation and starts finding it inside herself. It can be scary and confusing for her at first, but later, she learns to be strong on her own. Your calmness helps her grow as a person. You're not being cruel, you're helping her become better. Think of your emotional steadiness like a house with strong walls. Inside those walls, she can show any feeling, trusting that you won't fall apart. Without boundaries, there's no safety, just chaos. Your calmness builds the emotional home for both of you. Every time you hold your ground in conflict, you're investing in future peace. She figures out, even unconsciously, that her drama doesn't work. Her brain rewires, switching from drama to get her way to calm communication for real solutions. People often say, if you don't react emotionally, you must not care. That's just kid logic. If mom doesn't panic, she must not love me. But as adults, we know caring looks like steadiness, not endless worry or confusion. The best doctors in an emergency stay calm because they care the most. They need to help, not panic. The benefits cross over to your work life too. Men who practice this kind of calm at home find it easier to handle pressure at work, sort out arguments, or deal with big problems. These skills really work everywhere. The truth? When you learn how to stay solid in the middle of drama, you help everyone around you step up emotionally. Your family, your partner, your kids, your friends, they all start using healthier ways to talk about feelings. You set an example, not by lecturing, but just by being steady. Your calm isn't coldness, it's real strength. In a world full of drama and emotional chaos, your self-control is one of the most valuable things you can have. It doesn't just change your life, it helps everyone who's close to you.